Hello, hello. It is time for you guys to get your roles for February. I am filming this on the 18th. I'm going to put it up on the channel 5 days before February so that you guys will have your roles. If you are a channel member or in our Discord, they get things a little bit early sometimes. So keep that in mind. The Discord is always linked down below, and there's a little button right below this that says join if you want to join and become a member. Okay, let's look at where you guys are. Okay, I am over here out of the way because you guys are on the green path. I have duplicated this, and mine is over here on this page, and you guys are right here because I didn't want my roles and my stuff to be getting in the way of what y'all are doing. So we're going to do 3 roles for the month of February. I have already heard from so many of you who have been reading your books for January, including a few people who are finished with all 3 of your books for January. So I wanted to go ahead and get this done, get this ready to go up for you guys. So here is your first roll. 1 space forward. That's all. Okay, so that is green number 8, and that is a death roll. Now, I do this in one of my upcoming videos because I landed on the same one. You can choose as many books as you want. I did 5 just because that felt like a really good number. But once I explain how the death roll works, you can literally do this with however many you want. So what you do is you lay out the number of items, okay? Usually like in front of you in some kind of way. Then you get a marker that's going to be like your little token that you're going to move from item to item, book to book, and so on and so forth. You will find a random number generator, and you're going to generate a number between 1 and 1,000 while your marker is on book number 1. That book gets a number, right? So let's say it ends with 724, okay? That is not 1. Anything that is not 1, you move the marker. But now you're going to pick a number between 1 and 724. You're going to get 250. You move the marker to the next one. You do a number between 1 and 250. You get 35. You move the marker again. You put the number between 1 and 35, and you keep going until you get 1. And whichever book the marker is on, when you get to 1, that book disappears from your choices. So if you're only doing this with 2 books, whichever one the marker is on, when you get number 1, that book is eliminated and you will read the other book. If you're doing this with 7 books, you will eliminate one of the books. You slide them all together so you have 6. You can leave the marker on the next book. However you want to do that. You can start it back at the beginning. Totally up to you. Reset your number generator from 1 to 1,000. Do the same thing. Move the marker, change the number, move the marker, change the number until you get a 1. That book is then eliminated. That is how the death rolls work. So that is what you guys will be doing for the first one. Like I said, you can do it with 2 books. You can do it with 17 books if you're weird. Whatever. It's up to you. Do it however you want to. Let's see what your second roll is. We are going to roll a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you're not going to the self-care lake this time. And you got green number 12. That is a 50 before 50 book. So that just means that it is a book that is on one of my long-term TBRs. So you just pick a book that is somewhere on one of your long-term TBRs. That's all you have to do for number 12. Something that you are doing really far out in the future if you have a big project that you're working on, or if you don't do TBRs, just a book that you've been wanting to read, or maybe a book from a list that you've been wanting to read for a while or something like that. It's totally up to you. And finally, for roll, I just realized that I'm covering up the dice the whole time. I'm so sorry. Roll number 3 is another 1. Y'all have landed on another checklist. Y'all got another winter bucket list. So let me get out of the way. Here are the bucket list items. You guys can look through here. Some of you had multiple things that you were thinking about doing. So pick another one of these if you want to and give it a shot. Those of you that tried a Zentangle or painted a winter scene or did any of those things, I would like to know what it looks like and how it turned out and what you thought about it. But anyway, there it is. You guys have landed on the winter bucket list twice. I'm so jealous. Okay, but also you're on number 13 over here. first letter, last letter. That's what you had at the very, very beginning of this whole thing was first letter, last letter. So you know how that works. So whatever book you read right before you do this prompt, and you don't have to do them in order. You don't have to do the death roll and then the 50 before 50 or your series, and then first letter, last letter. That is completely up to you how you do these three. You have all of February to get those done. So you can do them however you want to. And you guys are right back here in February. You're up here on number 13. It did not help that you got 2 1s. You only moved 6 spaces in the whole entire month this time. But we'll be back in March. We'll just keep going. We don't have a deadline for this at all. So you guys let me know down below. How are you going to do your death roll and what book did you get? What are you going to use for your version of the 50 before 50? And what's your first letter, last letter? Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being wonderful participants and playing so much and letting me know everything that you're reading. I love it. It's so fun to watch you guys doing these things as well. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.